with your girl Adeola. First of all, Abuja Airport is back in service. Yes, shocker. Some people did not believe it is possible. You know, enemies of progress. So Nigerian government kept its word on fixing the runway in 6 weeks. To be honest with you, I also didn't think they would do it in 6 weeks. You know how they are with projects in Nigeria. But we give God the glory because they kept their words on this. So this tells me that if we really want to fix something in Nigeria, we can fix a lot of things quickly. You know, like the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road. But you guys know how Nigerians are. Since this thing happened, they've been talking. You know, the word on the streets is that they were able to fix the Abuja runway quickly simply because a lot of big people were affected, you know, when the airport was not working. But you know, the Nigerian government can prove us wrong by fixing other things, you know, such as the road to my village. By the way, now that we have a functioning runway, Nigerian government, please, now is the good time to build another runway before this one starts to wear out. That way we won't have to close the entire airport next time we need to fix the runway. Hopefully you're watching me, you know, do well. Also, Mr. President has finally listened to us and suspended the Secretary General of the Federation, that is Engineer Babachir Lawal. You know, people have been talking about this for a long time. The man allocated 270 million naira contract to himself in the name of cutting the grass at IDP camps. Can you imagine? Grass, IDP camps have now we know why they always have big belly. You know, all these big men, they have big stomach. Now you understand. 270 million naira to cut grass. The devil is a liar. People have been shouting for months. Finally, Buhari listened and he suspended the man. By the way, why did he suspend him? Why didn't he just fire him? Does that mean he's coming back after? I mean, seriously. Also, the president suspended the Director General of NIA, that is the National Intelligence Agency, Ambassador Ayodele Oke. As you guys know, we've been looking for the owner of the $50 million found inside that Ikoyi apartment. We've been trying to find out the owner. Now we are hearing, you know, they say that the money was allegedly given to the National Intelligence Agency for a classified assignment. But you know what baffles me is that we are not hearing that the person that gave the money to NIA was allegedly the former president Goodluck Jonathan. I said, hey, Jonah. I mean, his name keeps coming up, you know, okay, Jonah. And you know, we still don't know what the classified assignment was, which the money was meant for. Apparently, people are not supposed to know what it's about. That's why they couldn't put the money in the bank. They had to put it inside the apartment. In the meantime, Buhari has suspended the Director General of NIA. And speaking of money, hey, did you guys hear about the unidentified man that paid 42 million naira as tithes to a church in Benue State? Father! 42, okay, if you pay 42 million as tithes, you must have made 420 million naira. Not be so for you to be able to give out 42 million just like that. The question now is, who is the giver of the tithe? The church is not letting us know 42 million, and the church is shielding him. The pastor initially denied it until investigators laid their hands on the quarterly financial report that revealed that this thing was true. And then all the pastor said was, well, the man that gave us that money is not an appointee of the state government. In fact, he does not even stay in Benue, but he's an indigene of Benue State. I'm like, tell us who gave you the money, man of God. You see, this is what I hate. So many men of God in Nigeria, they have corrupt people bringing them money, and then they will refuse to reveal the identities of this. I mean, it's just like what Obasanjo just said, that Nigerian churches have a lot to do in terms of fighting corruption in Nigeria. And I think they should start with him, by the way. Baba Yabo, no offense, they should start with you. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people now think it's okay to steal money so long as you bring tithes to church. God must be taking his time, because judgment day is coming on. Not all of you that are stealing people's money, and then you go and give tithes in church as if that makes it okay. It is not okay. It is not okay. So let me know what you guys think about that story. Is it okay for pastors to collect tithes from people that they know that this person cannot explain how he or she got his or her money? And speaking of thieves, some people in Katsina last week, they attacked and they even chased the senator and the member of representative. God, that's awesome. That is just nice. They must have watched my show last week where I showed where they put a lawmaker in the trash in Ukraine. Man, the revolution has begun. Nigerians are no longer taking it sitting down. And you know, someday the revolution will get to the Senate floor. Someday we'll just come in there, all of those thieves calling themselves senators. God will punish you, every one of you. Moving on. So this is one of those stories that is very hard for me to even talk. I mean, how can a Nigerian reporter at the United Nations rob 4 banks in New York City? Father, border, why? Not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 4 banks. My brother. Science saying who is following this man from his village? Is this how you represent us Nigerians in America? This is why people abuse us in America. They will say Nigerians are scammers. Now only you can come 1, 2, 3, 4 banks. All of them during lunch break. He will just tell his co-workers that I'm going to get lunch. And he robbed banks that were close to his workplace. I'm like, how daft can you be? But uncle, why didn't you call me? You have my number. Why didn't you call me? That this is how things are. So you understand? Not that I have money of my own, but at least we can talk it out between ourselves, and I would have talked you out of robbing a bank. All he got was $10,000. $10,000 from 4 banks. As a matter of fact, he couldn't get anything from 2 different banks that he went. He didn't get anything. But the only thing that we know for sure that he will be getting is, several years behind bars. And speaking of people following you from your village, can you please tell me what came over that road safety commander? Yes, the one, thank you very much. The one that was cutting the hair of his female workers. Hey. No. Somebody would have to hold me, Neo. Ben, you would have to hold me. I saw those women standing there as he was cutting their hair. I did not see anybody put up a fight. I said, no. The news you would have had is that somebody punched the road safety commander. Ben, why would anybody in his right mind cut another man's wife's hair or another man's girlfriend's hair or whatever? This is not secondary school. Can somebody please tell this man that this is not secondary school? What is it with our mentality in Nigeria that we always consider abuse as discipline? Maybe he thinks that he's still in secondary school. I try to imagine what kind of senior this guy must have been. He was probably one of those seniors that would always punish juniors. Yeah, you guys remember them. You remember them. Some of you are them. We know you. We know your kind. He was saying that their hair was too long and not conducive for work environment. I mean, you want women to be shaving their hair? I hope he's watching. God punish you. And lastly, last week makes it 3 years. 3 years since Chibok girls were kidnapped, 219 girls. Till now, only some of the girls have returned. Meanwhile, the defense minister is now telling us that it may take years to find the rest of the girls. And I'm like, you are saying this now after 3 years? After my father, I mean, of course, none of your children is missing. It will take after 3 years, as if 3 years is not enough. Now you are saying it will take years. Look at this. I wish Nigerian officials would know that when you don't have something positive to say in a situation like this, you really don't have to say anything. You could say, we are working on it, very soon we will get the girls or whatever. But to say it will take years, exactly what you mean. It's very, very sad. But you guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real.